The perfect cocktail needs the best ingredients, mixed the right way. Take the world's latest news, blend it with politics, expert opinion, insightful analysis, and a dash of sports. Throw in some sharp blogs and public debates. Add discussion programs and unique documentaries to enrich the flavor. Then, garnish with a few funny stories and some tasty memes, because there's always an appetite for humor. It's a winning formula that's got followers flocking to RT Spanish, with over 1 million on Facebook and thousands more added every day. Our engagement index is staggeringly high, 300,000 points, or more than 30%. RT Spanish newscasts cater to an audience of 3 to 5 million people every day, and nearly half of all visitors to the RT Spanish website, actualidad.rt.com, come from the channel's Facebook page. Me gusta.
I want you to draw my portrait. It will make you famous all over the world. But there is one thing.
Yes?
Before you begin, you must give me your talent.
Breaking news here on RT International. Ghastly ghouls, ghosts, and hellscape demons have breached the fiendish portal from the deepest pits of the netherworld. Mortal humans are on alert as the zombie apocalypse is upon us. Long live the Pumpkin King, and happy Halloween.
Well, I'm also very afraid of water. It's so wet. I think I got wet.
So, I'm going to have you in a minute. Or, I haven't.
Hey, everybody! You can congratulate me! I've come up with a new word!
Huh?
Munga Bubalupta!
Well done, Wally.
At 60 kilometers per hour, it takes about 60 meters for a car to stop, even in the perfect road conditions. The pedestrian could be closer than you think. Slow down, brake in advance. Brake before it's too late. When compared with similar compact cameras, a picture taken with the X7 looks much more cinematic and three-dimensional. The sharpness and detail of the raw footage is astonishing, whereas post-processing reveals the camera's true potential. You are at the Machine Tool Museum. This is a machinery and man museum that tells the history of the state and the world through the history of machine tools and machines. There are some safety rules at the museum, like at the manufacturing site. Unaccompanied walking around the shop is forbidden. Please follow closely the signals on the screens. Walking in places that are not designed for it is forbidden. Have a nice tour. Severstal has set a goal: steady work with zero mortality to 2015. The company invests heavily in state-of-the-art equipment and personal protective gear, improving labor conditions and employee training. Success depends on each person's actions at his or her workplace. Long-term problems arise when injuries are swept under the carpet, and even worse, when respected high-ranking officers, such as deputy safety directors, threaten people into hushing injuries up. They will use threats like dismissal and all kinds of penalties and punishment, which is absolutely unacceptable and runs contrary to our values. When cases like this come to our attention, we will let this person go immediately.